Hello, I'm here. I'm here. I didn't play my intro because I refuse to pay for StreamYard anymore. So I'm using the free version. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm not alone. I'm with Enzo. So, hey,
Hello.
everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
everyone.
I don't know where everyone's gone. It says one person, but Tanya's here. Tanya's here. Uh, what's that? Get your
What is that?
I don't know. What is hang on, because I'm not on it'll be something else. It's because I'm not on the YouTube chat. I can't see,
YouTube
but it'll
channel.
be
Yeah. I
it'll
don't
be
have it
something
open
from
either.
YouTube. Yeah. It might be you. It might be you. Hi, Banshee. Hello. Hi. Oh dear. I know Julie said she was going somewhere. Where is she? Oh, well, if you're listening, coming home, hello, Julie. And Drew, I wonder where Drew Boy is. Dear. I've been watching some of Drew's content lately. He's got some lovely content. He goes to some really. And we're here, Laura, wherever you are. Oh dear. Bourbon. It was a picture of bourbon. It's
Yeah.
because we're just in the StreamYard
Little
chat.
drink glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just in the StreamYard chat, so I can't see the thing. Oh, there you are, Drew. Hello, sweetheart. There he is. He does. But you do go to some interesting spots. And the thing I like about Drew's, and I didn't think I would, I do like it when they do longer videos, but sometimes if you're in a hurry or whatever, Drew's got shorter videos as well, where he's going to different places. But between Drew and Heather and Werner, they find the most just extraordinary spots. Oh, you're going shopping soon. I went shopping yesterday. And
Hopefully I'll be finding some adventurous spots myself soon.
yeah, well, it will be. I have to live through you. You'll have to at some point when you do your road trip before I get to America, if you're already, which I dare say you will be. You have to go to is it Lovelock Caves? Although that's not far from Virginia City. So
It's
if I
very
get to
close.
Virginia City, I'll get the Taylor and you, and we'll go to the Lovelock and see if we can find
Actually,
evidence of giants.
I was on a show earlier this week over at Bordertown Strange with the girls and stuff, and we had a special guest on. We were talking with them, and he had gone to the Lovelock Caves just like a few weeks ago.
Oh, I really want to go there.
Because, of course,
Taylor's listening. Hi, beautiful girl.
yeah, of course, the
See,
story
Taylor.
being with the Lovelock Caves is, all the local tribes gang together and chased all the giants into this cave, and they just stuffed the front of the mouth of this cave with anything that would burn, every tree branch, everything. And I asked this friend of ours, is like, so did you get like a perspective looking in there? He's like, normally like if you see like an older cave, you can see where like on one end they would like build a campfire kind of thing, under the shelter close to the mouth of the cave. And there's like one little part where you can see where the smoke is kind of blackened the roof as it, the smoke would come out. He said the entire roof on the inside of the cave was just
Is
black.
black.
It was
Yeah.
a big fire.
Yeah. Yes, Drew, I do. The dangers of working with little children that have colds every 10 seconds. I don't feel sick or anything, Drew. I was telling Enzo I'm not sick. I've just got a stuffed head. But there you go. Yes, Taylor. I adore Taylor. She's the daughter I never had, but she's just gorgeous. She's a good girl. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, I went shopping, and I can't get it out to show anyone, but next week I will. I brought a new pet. I've already told Enzo, and I'll tell you what I did. I brought a snake, a carpet python, Drew. I brought a carpet python, a baby, but it's about, I
You have a
want to
picture
say
of it?
maybe, huh? What was
You have
that?
a picture of it? Do you have a picture of it?
Oh, no, I didn't think to. But I'll show you next week. I'll stick it around my neck or something for 5 seconds. I know. Well, I went to the pet shop, right? I went to the pet shop to get bird supplies and whatnot, and there was this little snake curled up, and I went, "Oh, how cute!" And the lady said, "Do you want to hold it?" And I went, "Oh, yes." So she got the snake out and she gave it to me, and straight away, I don't know what it was, just straight away, I just thought, "You're adorable." And I kissed it on the head and it didn't bite me. So I thought, well, and then I saw how much it was, which wasn't actually expensive. But she said they'd had it since it was just tiny, but it still hadn't sold. And I said, "Ugh." And I thought, bugger it. I've always wanted a snake, but I never. And I had a spare terrarium thing, so yeah, I brought it home and I fed it for the first time today, guys. I fed it a dead mouse, which I said to Enzo I didn't want to feed it a dead cold mouse, so I warmed the dead mouse up in some hot water to make it feel like it was, a bit more. But I'm just fascinated by them, Drew. I put the snake in and did everything they told me to. Haven't fed it in its enclosure. I made up a little feeding area for it. And they said just when you put the mouse in, just sort of wiggle it around a bit. It's just different than when you see it on the telly. It was just so quick, and in the same time that it leapt and grabbed the mouse, it had already wrapped it, and it was wrapped. I'm like super quick, but they eat slowly.
Is it yellow? I'm looking at some pictures here online that is it like got a yellow?
Hang on, I'll find a picture of it for you. Hang on. I mean, I'll just a second.
Yeah, where I live, a common pet snake that you can buy at the store or just walk around in any of the fields around here is called a corn snake.
Yeah, like a children's python or something.
Yeah, and they don't get like they're not python big, but they can still get to be not quite a meter long as full adults, but they're pretty cool looking. They've got their coloring is kind of a copperish red kind of color. They're pretty cool looking snake.
That's it there. It's still a baby though, so let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking for one that looks. Let's see.
Had a friend that I've had a number of friends over the years have had snakes, and it's always like showtime whenever you throw the mouse in there, because sometimes they're just not hungry and it'll run around, and you're just like, oh, maybe they'll be friends, and then they'll get hungry and just God.
Oh, see, I still don't know if I could do that to a. It's my python's called a coastal carpet python, but I'm trying to find a good picture. But I'll just show you this one. Hang on. Share. Where am I? Present. Oh my God. Hang on. Stop that one. I'm having trouble now that I've gone to the cheaper version of what do you call it? StreamYard. That's what it'll look like when it's bigger. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Right now it's just a baby, but they're pretty colours. It's more my one's more like that. It's not quite yellow like that. Yet. Oh, there. That's what my little one looks like. See, they've got little smiles. So cute. But anyway, there you go.
Had a friend many years ago that had it was some type of African toad thing. It was like the size of a dinner plate, and you would feed that thing live mice as well, and it would just kind of like it was so big and fat. It would just like lunge at the mouse, and like one of the legs and the tail is still hanging out of its mouth, kicking around and stuff. It's like,
Oh
that's
no.
a gruesome way
See,
to go.
that's the thing. I just, yeah. No, I haven't given it a. I'm just checking. Sorry, guys. Hi, Carla. No, I have not given my pet snake a name as yet.
Yeah. Drew's
Oh, they
Adventure
are.
is familiar with this. So yeah, he would like take it out of its tank to clean it all the time, because he had it in the dorms when I used to live in the dorms, and it would just stink up the whole floor. But he would put it like in a brown paper bag, back when you used to have a brown paper bag, just so it wouldn't be running all around his room. Just for the few minutes he was going to clean out the thing, and this thing would jump and clear the bag without touching it and jump out of it. It was big.
Yeah, I don't know what
like
to call
4
it.
little teeth in its mouth too.
Yeah, I don't think you are. Yeah,
Really?
no, I think you're right, because the other thing too, I had heard that if you live feed them, it can actually make the snake more aggressive. Because I mean, if it wants to, it'll just grab you, and like if it were big enough. So now I understand how. Because
Makes
mine's
sense.
like Drew was saying, mine's a constrictor. So if it wraps itself around you, it just squeezes and squeezes. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that. I'm happy to buy the dead frozen mice and do it that way. And I'll do some more research and see what else. I mean, because I'm pretty sure they probably eat frogs, but I'm not about to buy a frog or get a frog out of my backyard. Like, I can't do that. If it's dead, it's dead. Oh, they probably, I wonder if they eat bits of chicken. I don't know. But anyway, it'll be a well-fed snake, and it'll be well-loved. What's that say? If they bite you, you are meant to twist their lower tail to get released from the bite and constriction. Oh,
Huh.
Twist their tail.
It's like a little crank. Kind of.
Yes, I know somebody who had a friend who had a python. He used to let it roam around the apartment. One day he was taking a nap and the snake tried to eat him. Yeah, my snake won't be wandering around any apartment. I can't remember where I saw it. It might have just been an article, but someone saying how it was kind of cute that the snake lied next to them in bed, and it must have liked their body heat and blah, blah, blah. And a snake expert said, no, if you take note that the snake is laying straight, it's because it's sizing you up as prey. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I believe that. Slinky the snake. Slinky. I don't mind that name, Slinky. Slinky.
It's a fun and wonderful toy.
Yeah, I got a snake, Carla. I've got it's called a coastal carpet python. It's an Australian snake. And yes, it's a constrictor. So when it gets really big, though, I've got plans. Like, I think they're just gorgeous. I love if I go anywhere and someone's got if I go to an exhibit or something and they say, would you like to hold the snake? I love it. One day I had one that was massive. It was a traveling zoo thing, and its head was huge. It was beautiful. I think they're just beautiful. Oh, hello, Big Ben. Ooh. Mr. Snakey.
Snaky.
Snaky. I don't know. Mr. Snaky. I don't know. If anyone's wondering, the picture behind me, I took that when I was in England. It's, I think, hang on, I don't know how to. Do you see? It's a piano. It's a piano, but it's not a real piano. It is a. It's a
dive under your desk.
Yeah, it's a tube.
You hide under the desk. That's how you let people see.
Yeah, it was. I went to Highgate Cemetery in London, and I just found a thing on it because I thought I'll tell you whose grave it is, and it's got a cute little story actually. So the piano is actually the tomb of Harry Thornton, who was a pianist. What a shock! Harry
Nice.
was a classical pianist, distinguishing himself during World War One by playing for the troops. Though he survived World War One, geez, it's hard to speak with a blocked nose. Thornton was one of the more than 50 million estimated 50. Get this, 50 million estimated people to have died in the Great Influenza epidemic between 1918 and 1920. So by modern estimates, more people died in the flu epidemic than in World War One. So that's his
Wow.
grave. But the Highgate was simply remarkable. It was beautiful. I've got another picture, but it's the little foxes at Highgate.
They didn't have the advanced paper face coverings like we do today to prevent the spread of disease.
Yeah. Oh well, it spread everywhere. It went everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like
Actually,
yeah,
they
yeah.
think it actually may have started at an army base here in Kansas originally.
Yes, I had heard that, and then they all travelled and off it went. But it makes you wonder. Like it says, the influenza outbreak. So I know influenza A and B are really bad, really bad. You get those and you're knocked out for at least a good week, sometimes two. But I'm wondering why all the way back then it managed to kill, like what was it that was lacking in their immune system of the people of that time where, you know, it killed so many. It's very interesting. Yeah, I think it was the Spanish flu, Drew, because that's about the time frame of the Spanish flu. And they called it, there's something stupid about that. It didn't come from Spain.
No.
It had nothing to do with Spain at all.
That's just where
Yeah.
it spread originally, and that's what they call it. But I guess maybe just hygiene awareness wasn't that big of a thing for the early 1900s. I guess still, I don't know.
Well, yeah, probably the hygiene thing, but I do know that all the way back then, when the Spanish flu started to go through, that there were people were wearing like a scarf around. They'd have, anyone was sick, they would put, I can't remember how they did it, but there'd be something hanging outside their door to say, stay back, we've got the flu. They were clever. They still combated it much like you should, but it's just interesting to me that so many died for, I just have to remember what the story was behind the Spanish flu. Hang on, because I know it had nothing to do with Spain. I know that much. Spanish flu.
Oh,
what?
Who's comment there? The 50s. Wow. Because 17 stuff like that's only 25 years removed from the end of the Old West here in the U.S. is how I usually picture it.
Hang on. Yeah, that was the same, Drew, for Melbourne, because and certainly where I lived growing up in Dandenong, that wasn't until the 70s when we brought houses out there. But I know that's about right. Everybody had an outhouse. I was talking about the Pooh Man the other week. But, yeah.
You talking shit? I can't believe it.
Global impact, severity, symptoms, blah, blah, blah. I just want to see if they say what strain it was. There you go. It was influenza A. Because even now, like it's not, even now, that's what I mean though. You can catch influenza A or B now. And if you've got comorbidities, you can die from A and B. Like you do. We lose on average, I think, 3,000 to 5,000 people a year in just Victoria alone from A and B. That's why when the COVID thing came out, I thought, what's the big deal? What's the difference? Why do we not, therefore, when influenza A break out, why doesn't everyone panic then? Because it kills us, it kills people. I'm just trying to, Spanish flu. It's driving me nuts now. Why I can't remember how. I'm pretty sure you're right, though. During World War One, false impression. Yeah. Oh, so Spain did get the flu, and then it spread from there as well. But yeah, there you go. What you said, Enzo. The exact origin of the 1918 influenza pandemic is still debated, but it's widely believed to have originated in the United States, specifically at Camp Funston. Is that how you say it? In Kansas. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, we still had a house at everywhere I lived in. The poo man would come and change the buckets. But yeah, we when I think about it now, because when the poo man would come to change the bucket, as kids, we'd go, oh, and we'd follow him up the path to where he would get the bucket, and then we'd follow him back to the truck. See ya, kids, and off he'd go, and he'd carry the bucket on his shoulder. Yeah, we called him the poo man. I don't know what you call him in, what you would have called him in DRB. What did I miss? Well, that's the other thing too. Like a lot of people didn't understand that germs can be spread on your hands. And with the flu, it is surface, but it's also from coughing. So, you know, but there you go.
Thing is, don't touch your face.
Yeah, just don't touch your face, which is hard to do if you want to blow your nose or scratch your nose. But and even with nursing, it's funny. I've been this twice now in 6 weeks from working with little children, but I still wash my hands after every contact with every little kid. I'm putting on I go wash my hands if I can't. I've got the hand sanitizer. In nursing, I never got sick, ever. It wouldn't matter who I nursed or what was happening, never got sick. But I think in a hospital situation compared to childcare, it's way more. So even though I'm washing my hands, etc., if I go into a room and pick up a toy that a little person's just played with, like there's no chance of escape. So by the time you get back and do that with your hands, it's probably too late because you've already done that or something. Yeah, meningococcal is a terrible. I mean, that's if you don't catch that quick enough, you're dead. Meningococcal. Oh dear. But anyway, yeah. So there you go. So I've bought a snake. We've discussed the flu, which is terrible. I haven't caught it yet, which I hope I don't. Just the stuffy nose, which is very numb. Yes, they are. They're little germ factories. Everything's, you watch them and they've got such snotty little, like whenever I go into any of the rooms, I grab a tissue and I'm going around wiping all the kids' faces. But the minute you do it, you look back and they've got, the snot hanging, and then they go like this, and then they go like this, and then they get back down and they'll crawl, and then you go to try and wipe that. While you're trying to wipe that, another little one over there like this and picking up the toys or putting it in their mouth. It's just it's just a germ factory. So no matter how hard you try, which I am trying, but I must be doing better than the other nurses that work there, because I already got told by the girls that they're amazed I haven't been off sick yet, because the nurses that had worked there before had been off with gastro, flu, all these sorts of things. And I said they mustn't have washed their hands. I washed my hands and I still managed to get this. But yeah. No, it's not. What? Oh, meningococcal banshee? Excuse me, guys.
Oh, that's what it would have sounded like if you hadn't muted.
There you go. You don't want to hear my trumpet. I was hoping I'd woken up this morning and I was all clear. And it's just been since I sat down. I've been doing housework, and I sat down and I had some lunch, because I thought I'd better eat before I come on. And I sat down, had some lunch, and then all of a sudden started to fill up again. I'm like, oh, go away. Yes, Banshee, was it meningococcal? Because, to be quite honest, meningococcal, even from a nursing perspective, it's really, sometimes you don't know what it is until it's too late. Do you know what I mean? It's still, oh, geez, Banshee, you're lucky to still be here. But I think the good news is, I could be wrong, but I think the good news is that once you've had it, your body builds up a immunity to it. And I'm not sure, but I think you can get a what do you call it, a jab for it nowadays. I think you can. But there you go. I was going to get a flu shot, Enzo, but all this COVID talk and everything, I thought, I think I'll just wait till Mr. Kennedy Jr. figures out what to do with the jabs, and then I'll have one. I'll take my chances with the flu.
When I was in the Air Force, I was required to get the flu shot every single year before every flu season and all that stuff. And it always, of course, it makes you sick. You're getting a broken version of some past flu strain and stuff like that. So it kind of makes you sick a little bit.
It can.
I haven't
it
had
doesn't.
one
It
since.
doesn't always. It doesn't always, because it's supposed to be a dead. It's not a live virus.
Right. But I mean, you still get a little.
You can still get. Some people do. Yeah.
But ever since I retired, I haven't had one since, and I've been just fine.
Yeah. And it would be terrifying, wouldn't it, Drew, to nearly die from something like that? But there you go. Such is life. So what else? What else has been happening, people? Everything else. What's Big Ben say? If we didn't have these sicknesses, our immune system would be shot. Oh, for sure. And that's probably half the problem back in the early 1900s, because before that, travel wasn't a big thing. It took you months and months to get somewhere on a ship. And then you have all these young men going off to fight a war, and probably things like that always happened, the plague and all that, but they were sort of spotted, whereas the Spanish flu, took the whole world, really. What's that? So, Tanya, I got the flu jab years ago now, and I was sick over and over again, never again. Yeah, I used to get it every year, and I do note that they still ask, even when I got this job, it said, have you had your COVID vaccinations? And I have, so I put yes. But I think it's time they stop asking that, to be quite honest, because COVID, in my opinion, COVID isn't even a touch on A and B. A and B can knock you out, you're done, you're down, you're dusted, and it can kill you. And it does. Someone else can Google the numbers, but it's a lot. But you never hear them say, 3,000 deaths this year from influenza A on the news. Oh, no, you'll never hear that.
Although those numbers are kind of comparable, but you're right, they don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it. So there you go. Even though the missionaries tried to go to, Yeah, I think if there's actually any places untouched, people should just leave them untouched. In this world, it's nice to see. But the problem is the rest of the world could blow up and they'd never know. I wonder if they'd survive.
It'd
Very
be fine.
interesting. I think they'd be fine.
Depends on how we blow up, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I saw Trumpy the other day sent some submarines, nuclear subs, but I missed why. It wasn't anything Putin had said. It was someone else had said something, I believe.
Yeah,
It's,
it's all posturing stuff, and honestly, the Russians have always done that kind of stuff, flying
oh,
their Bear heavy bombers up by Alaska all the time. So we got to play the game and send up fighters to escort them out of the space and all that stuff. They do that a lot, all the time.
So I didn't pay much heed to it. I sort of thought, he knows what he's doing. If we had anything
Yeah.
to worry about, and if that ever happens, everyone's screwed anyway. So just keep doing what you do until you just can't breathe anymore, I guess.
It's how us old survived the Cold War. Is live your life. If it happens,
Well,
it happens. There's nothing you do.
there's nothing you can do. Like I still remember back in the 70s. Remember, it was at Time magazine that used to have and I think they still have it, the hands on the clock.
Oh, the doomsday clock. Yeah.
Doomsday clock. Some at one point there, let's see, I just got my job, so it must have been 1977, 78, and the doomsday clock was at 1 minute to 12. And
It's
it been on
always a couple of minutes before midnight on the
and everybody was like, oh dear. And you know what? I can't remember. I'd have to Google it, but I cannot remember what it was at the time. It was Russia, something to do with Russia. But it's always been that way. There's always some doomsday. I say, if anything like that happens, we're all screwed. So just live your life, be happy, and if it happens, it happens. Just hope that you're right in the middle of it. So you just go boop, like that, and you won't even know. I think that would be terrifying, though, to walk out here at some rumble and walk outside and see a massive plume. And then you'd be thinking, crap, if that's just gone off, we're going to get hit with what is it you call it? The wind, the big wind
the
that
shock
comes,
wave.
the shock wave. And it'd be like, crap. Like, yeah. Heather, I was talking about that the other day. I remember I was pregnant with my biggest girl. She was born in February, and I was very, very pregnant. And I went with her father. He was a security guard, and I went to work with him one night because I couldn't sleep. So I was sat in the car, and it got to midnight, and I said, well, I still couldn't. Even then, I used to think, I just don't understand what they're talking about. I knew what a computer was, and I thought, I just can't imagine that the date on a clock is going to cause all this damage. And there was all this talk about the CPU will set back and get confused. Nothing happened. And that's because your computer doesn't care what the time says on your friggin' computer screen.
There were some things that would have happened, but there were a lot of precautions, especially that 1999. That was the big push to get everything checked out. And I was at midnight. I was in a little cubicle in front of a computer, and I had to check all of our connections to all of our different bases that we had planes at out in the system, and make sure we had good contact and everything was correct, and had to do that every hour on the hour for 24 hours. So
yeah. And I remember there was it's very vague now after all it was 25 years ago. But I do recall very vaguely something about what everyone, if you had Windows, did you have Windows, or were you using, what's the other, Linux? What was the other one called? The other computer system that you had Microsoft, and then Linux. I think that's what it all.
Yeah, that was out there. But
it all depended. I can't remember. I think it was Apple or Microsoft, whatever running thing, they'd have all these little fixes. Windows Vista, oh God.
Oh boy, that was the bad one.
Yeah, gosh,
or
so long ago.
Windows ME, that was also a bad.
Oh.
But
And then when they did, they moved from one Windows to another, which completely screwed up everything. No one liked it, and I can't remember what that was. But I think it was from Vista to something. You got. It's funny how computers are now just a Vista. It must be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, one of them was a shocker, just a shocker.
I'm sure the little paperclip guy would pop up and help you out though if you ran into trouble. We
I
did
had
have
an Atari for years, and then my ex-husband, asshole, I'd kept that Atari. It was one of the first things I bought with my wages with my first husband, and I had it. My first husband had built a little metal box to keep it in, and I had my Atari, my controllers, and all of the games. You know, Pac-Man, River Raid, Space Invade, like all of them. There was over 100 games, and my ex-husband was an asshole and took it and threw it at the tip in front of me. And it was one of those places, the tip was one of those places you couldn't get to. It was like a big hole. And he said, "You don't want this, do you?" And he held it up. And I went, "What are you doing?" And he went, I thought, "You prick. Prick." Some men are pricks. Well, not men, some people are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my son Alex had all of his basketball cards, did it the same day as he did that with my Atari. He had a thing, and he had, what's his name? Michael Jordan. He had gold cards, like basketball cards, like they'd be worth a fortune today. And my ex-husband, same one, said, "Oh, and he doesn't need these. I'm sick of looking at these." And he went, "Chuck." And I went, "Oh, my God." I just couldn't believe it. And I couldn't get in. If it was a normal chip where you could just run and jump on a pile, but I couldn't. It was a big hole. And I'll never forgive him for that. Anyway, that's a nightmare situation.
We did have one office on the base that did not heed the Y2K warnings, and their computer was all jacked up afterwards. They were it was an office where they did all of the background checks for people's security clearances. And they're like, "No, everything on our computer is super top secret, top hat qualified. You can't come in here. You can't look at our computers." Like, look, here's the checklist. You need to do these things. Like, "Well, our stuff's fine. You don't." Sure enough, they come back into work on January 2nd, and they can't get into their computer. They can't log in. They can't. It's like, do
Oh, well,
the
you
Y2K
didn't
stuff.
listen. I never knew that, Big Ben. I had no idea that they brought a computer out.
Yeah, they had. It was there were two of them. It was like the Atari 400 and the 800. I think.
Ah, there you go.
I had a Timex Sinclair 1000 computer, which is this little thing, little membrane keyboard on it. Was my first one, and had a Commodore 64. And
They're worth a fortune nowadays. Oh, if only you'd put it in a box on a shelf.
Had an Amiga 500 for a little while. Had a Apple II GS, which is advanced graphics and sound. It was a whole 16-bit, you know.
I used to build my own computers. Go to the computer store, buy the motherboard, all the different things I needed, pick a case, go home, do it all up. And I still, to this day, if you ask me to do it again, I don't think I could. I've forgotten how. Like, maybe I could if I actually went into a computer store and said I want to build my own computer. But I'm sure it must be different now. I don't know, but there you go. Oh, there you go. That's you.
Yeah, it was me. I know what I said.
There it is. It was heaps square looking. Even the mouse was trippy. Oh, that's right. Remember the balls on the mouse?
Mouse balls. Yeah. You always like put a piece of tape on it to screw with your friends on their computer when they're trying to use it and it doesn't do anything.
I had the inferior Commodore 16. There you go. Oh, thank you.
That's why I was asking if there was a VIC-20, because that was the predecessor, I think, before the Commodore 64.
Yeah, so there you go.
I remember buying Compute magazine at the bookstore at the mall, where they would have like 4 or 5 pages of code that you could type in that would take you hours to do. There was a little checksum thing to make sure you did it all right. And it was always screwed up the first time. You had to go back and do it all over again just to do like a really basic kind of like a Pac-Man kind of a game, which is it was just a square moving around, covering other dots.
What was it? I'm really dating myself now. Let's see. It had to have been the late 60s. Oh, hang on. When did we move to Dandenong? 71 or 72? Is it Pong? Is that what you were talking about before, Heather? Where you put a plug in the back of the TV and you had a controller and it was just a ball. It was like tennis.
That's Pong.
Is that Pong? Yeah. Oh, and I remember what a big friggin' thing it was at the time. And we borrowed it from the people next door. And that's all it was. My mind would have exploded as a kid. Pong, thank you.
We had one that had Pong, and it had a couple other things. It was like a tic-tac-toe kind of a game. There was one that was bowling, and all the little balls and the pins and all things were just big white squares.
Yeah.
But the bowling one was actually kind of fun because the ball would move along one side, and you had to push the button to launch it, basically, to go straight or curve to the left or right, and all that stuff. It was actually pretty good for back then.
Yeah, it's just the things people forget, I guess, or we don't forget. We just things progress so quickly that when you're reminded of what it used to be like, it's like, oh hell, that's right. I remember that. Or when what was it? You had to go into a different mode sometimes on you're starting up your computer to play a particular game. You had to go into DOS mode. So you couldn't let your computer load. You had to go to DOS in order to play your game.
Like a special program. It was called like QEMM or something like that, where it would load the memory, right? Because there's only like 640K of memory in it.
Oh, gosh. My favorite game, though, once I got a computer when my boys were little, their dad had a computer. He was in the Air Force, and he gave us his old computer. And, you put your disc in or whatever. Still had floppy disks, but I got a disc of Warcraft, just Warcraft, not World of Warcraft. It was just Warcraft. I used to love that game. So you'd play all of the games on one disc and you'd take that out, and then you'd play all the games on the second list. Oh, I used to love that. And then they brought it out on the internet, which is now, I think, World of Warcraft or something.
Yep.
But
it's been running for a while now.
Yeah. What was that? I had to start up using commands like Commodore 64. Oh, God.
Yep. I had the cassette tape drive for my Commodore 64 and couldn't afford the 5 1/4 inch floppy, which was almost the same size as the actual computer itself.
I've seen videos of people showing young kids today, asking them what is this, and showing them a floppy disk. I don't know. Or showing them a cassette tape from,
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then what was the other thing? How do you use a telephone?
Rotary phones.
Phone? Yeah. And I'm like, I know it's a different time and we don't even have phones really in most places anymore, except maybe the workplace. Or really old people that just don't get rid of their landline. But I just thought, how can you not? But I suppose if you've never been shown how to use a rotary thing, right? But I used to like that.
The number and push it all the way around.
Figuring the number all the way to the little thing and then let go. So,
and it worked off of pulses. It wasn't like an actual number. It was dot, 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 dot. You could hear it through the thing. You could actually do the little hang up little lever or button or whatever you would call it. You could actually pulse the number through that because it was the same thing.
Wow. Oh, geez. Should I show everybody my little spinning wheel I made? And don't panic, Tanya. It's not like the old spinning wheel that that our friend Patrick had.
Does it turn hay into gold?
No. Share a screen. That one. There it is. Look, I thought if Enzo and I don't know what to talk about anymore, I could just push a button on here. I just put a few random words, and then you push the button, and look, It'll probably. I bet what's about Virginia City. Look, it just
Yay,
marked
Virginia
Virginia
City.
City. But there you go, Virginia
I think it's
City. I don't know
rigged.
if it's still here. I am trying to get back to Virginia City next year. I want to get back. So I'm frantically trying to get some bills paid, get a few things around the house fixed, and I'm just putting, $50 here and there away, just and forgetting it exists, so I can save up my airfare. I'm going to cry though when it comes time to. I don't know. I probably won't. But when you see that amount of money sitting there and you've got to make the decision, home loan or holiday to America. I think holiday to America wins.
Yes.
I want Emma, I want dumb people for 100. Thanks, Karen.
Some people for 100. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
All right,
super
let's
chat
see
in
what
for your topic for us to talk about.
Let's see. Earthquakes.
Ah,
Oh, actually, what happened with that earthquake in Russia? Was that an earthquake, or was that the volcano, or was it both?
it was an earthquake, and I'm sure the volcano was associated along with that. It was a very big earthquake. It was like an 8.8. That's like one of the I think it was like the fourth or fifth highest recorded modern day type earthquakes, and created a lot of panic in a lot of places because it was right on the ocean, and the tsunami warnings went out all over the place as far as Hawaii and California, and Japan did get they got some like about a meter sized wave, I think, there, but everyone else was a lot less than that, so it wasn't super destructive in that regard, fortunately.
Tanya, the earthquake in Russia was Putin's fault.
That's right. The evil Russian earthquake machine. He quaked his own country
yeah.
just to kick everybody
Yeah,
out.
I heard about the tsunami. It was like 6 foot tall or something, 6 foot high. It wasn't bad. That's my understanding. But and
Depends
look,
on where it
at least people do warn you. Like at least we do get told, hey. And so if it turns out it's not so bad, that's a good thing. But I saw that they said more earthquakes to come, and I'm like, wow.
There's been a marked increase in the what's called the Ring of Fire, which is basically the perimeter of the Pacific Ocean, all of the east coast or west coast rather of the United States and Canada and Alaska, that spot in Russia, all the way down through Japan and the Far East there. That basically everything that touches the Pacific Ocean is where that one big plate is. That's always super active, and it's been going through a more active thing here the last couple of months. It's been way more active. So this was the biggest one, but
I mean, actually, the way California's going at the moment, the best thing that could happen is everybody that's got a brain moves out of California, and because it should just it wouldn't. Oh, look, it would be missed if it dropped into the ocean, because California itself is quite pretty. But maybe just Gavin Newscomb and Karen Bass could go on a boat.
They were hoping for a tsunami there just to wash all the poop off the street.
Is it getting that bad there too now?
Oh, yeah, it's been like that for a while.
Well, I know when I went there, I did see. I was quite shocked at what it looked like. It was sad.
Yeah,
because it's not what I grew up watching on TV.
No.
Or indeed, it's not even what I remember seeing people showing like 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Or 6 years ago. So yeah, just
it's gotten pretty bad. And
what's that? I can't remember where it is. I think Modbury, not sure, but there's a school there that sits right on top of a tectonic plate and is heavily monitored. Oh, where I used to live in Dandenong, we're on a plate too. So it just depends where you're living. The whole world could rattle, really, couldn't it?
Sure, there's always going to be something, no matter where you live, some kind of a natural disaster, no matter where you are. Don't you
Yeah.
guys have a big volcano that's kind of been popping off over there in New Zealand here recently?
Yeah, Tanya, don't you? I know there was one in Russia the other day that started to pop off. So they had the earthquake, which they think may have aggravated the volcano. I'm just still waiting to see Old Yeller. That's the movie. I'm still waiting to see Yellowstone Park, isn't it? The
Oh boy,
volcano.
yeah. If Yellowstone pops off, the United
Where
States is done
yeah, it's pretty scary stuff.
because it's a super volcano that takes up like almost 3 or 4 states up there, and if that one blows, everything basically the east coast of the United States should be okay, but they're going to catch a lot of the ash. Everything else is pretty much going to get wiped out.
It's pretty scary. Let's hope, because I do recall NASA or something doing work to try and make sure that that doesn't happen. But we'll see what happens.
I don't know what they're going to do
All right,
to prevent it, but oh,
what's our next subject? Oh no,
Virginia
I've already
City!
yeah, but I've already. Well, I haven't really talked about Virginia City, but I did say I'd go there again. What was I saying? Taylor was actually speaking to me the other day, or well, messaged me. There was an Australian there. Actually, I don't know if Dee's here, but there was an Australian over in Virginia City telling Taylor that she should come to Australia, and when she does, she needs to go to Sovereign Hill, and she said, "Oh, mining town or something." And I said to Taylor, I said, "It is, but it's not." I said, "It used to be, but it's no longer." So what Sovereign Hill is, it's in a place called Ballarat, which is down in Victoria. It used to be a gold mining town back in the 1800s, but Sovereign Hill is like a kind of like a touristy theme park. It's a theme park,
Oh, okay.
but they've incorporated one of the old mines. So there is a mine there that was a gold mine. So they've incorporated that mine into the theme park, and they've got old, all the buildings are old. So you basically walk through the entrance, and when you walk through the entrance, you're set back in time because the people who work there have to walk around in costume. When you walk into the shops, they don't ask you for $1. They ask you for 5 pence or a couple of shillings. It's a brilliant place to go. I've been there. I can't count. I've been there too many times, but I do like that. But it's nothing of Virginia City. Virginia City is just history alive. Even though they don't. The only, they don't use any of the mines anymore or anything. But I also note that I've just gone blank. Sutro Tunnel, they've gotten further into the Sutro Tunnel now too. So if anyone's interested, just Google the Sutro Tunnel. It's just looking fantastic. They're getting further and further. It'd be brilliant if they could finally get all the way up Sutro Tunnel back to Virginia City. Then it'd be... Someone will make a fortune selling rides, but there you go. But you'd have to sell rides still using
A little
what do you
mine
call
cart.
it? With donkeys, or mules. But there you go. Let's see if we can manage not to get Virginia City again.
Conspiracy.
Oh, which
Dun, dun,
one?
dun. I know. It's a long list. Where to
That's a
start?
long list. It's a long list. I'm kind of over. There's so many conspiracies at the moment. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I'm like, yeah, everyone's got a conspiracy. Everyone says this one did that. That one did this. This is this. This is that. Just if someone did something, put them in jail. And I'm over it. Like with UFOs and Area 51, from Epstein to friggin' Diddy to God, what's next? It's just like I'm over it.
Well,
Too many. I don't know. I can't
the
even
one that's
think
been
of
the one that's
ones.
been driving me bananas is this comet that's coming through, the 3-eye Atlas
Oh, the
comet.
one
that
The one that could
it's
be
a
a UFO.
spaceship and it's coming to invade us.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mothership coming from around the other side of the sun. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if it just turned out to be a mothership?
But yeah, it's pretty strange. But it is one of those. It is intergalactic. It came from outside of our solar system, and it's zipping very fast. I want to say it's like in the like 7 or 8 kilometers per second. It's moving fast,
That's
and
fast.
it's about a dozen kilometers wide. So it's pretty big too. It's much bigger than the two previous intergalactic type objects that have come through. But its closest approach, it's going to be on the opposite side of the sun from Earth, so we're not going to be able to get like
We're
a
not
really
going to
close
really
look
see
at
it,
it.
are we? Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and that's if it's going to make some kind of weird braking maneuver thing that it's going to do. That's when it would do it, was when it's closest to the sun. If it doesn't come whipping out the other side like we expect, then okay. Now we can talk about alien spaceships
Doomsday or
and
alien
invasions
spaceships.
or whatever.
Poor Tanya. I did say not to have. Um, there used to be a channel that had a spinning wheel in the background, and on it they'd write. I can't remember what he used to write now, Tanya. Uh, $50, $100. Look, I can't even remember. Can you remember what he actually wrote? Uh, but yeah, and he'd spin, and everyone would give this fellow money, and as it turns out, never got any of the things he said he'd send you. Like you never got anything, and it was just all money making.
Oh,
Coming, yeah, it was, yeah. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, but that's why I thought she'd laugh when she saw the spinning wheel. But yes, it's just topics. Let's see what's next. If it goes to Virginia City again, I'll get grumpy. Comedy.
comedy.
Ooh, comedy. Actually,
I'm
how about I saw Gutfeld is going to be on Jimmy Fallon on the Tonight Show. That'll be interesting as a special guest on the 8th of August, your time. So watch Jimmy Kimmel on the 8th of August. Jimmy Kimmel, God, not that dickhead. Jimmy Fallon. So the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He's got. It'd be very interesting to see. I don't think Fallon will be rude or anything. He's not that kind. I don't think he'll even ask important questions. He'll probably
as
just
far
ask.
as
He never really does ask important questions. It's always silly questions. But we'll see how that goes. But Gutfeld seems up for it, so you
nice.
know,
As
so
far
that'll
as
be good. Yeah.
the comedy topic goes, this weekend is opening for the latest Naked Gun movie, and I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing
Me too.
some
Yeah.
very good things about it. So hopefully
I
that'll
was
turn out to be
hoping,
great.
as usual, Australia is behind. It doesn't come out here until I think the 20th of August. So I'm
Oh no,
spitting chips. Yeah, I'm spitting chips because for once there's a movie at the cinema that I'll sit in the cinema to watch it because I'm told. Uh, well, firstly, Seth, what's his name? Seth, Family Guy. What's his name?
McFarlane.
McFarlane has. He is a funny bastard. No, even if you don't like him, he is funny, and he's not always politically correct. But I'm told it's very. Gutfeld, not Gutfield, Gutfeld. Uh, I'll explain who he is in a minute. But yeah, but I'm told that it's a really funny movie and it's very much like the originals and they haven't ruined it. So I've heard that from a few people and I'm like, oh, thank God. And it's nice to see Pamela Anderson again. And apparently Pamela and Liam are a couple, which
That's
is
right.
nice.
Hanging
Yeah,
out together apparently.
they're hanging out together. And I thought, well, that's lovely because he hasn't been with anyone since his wife passed away.
Yeah.
Uh, that was devastating for him. And as for Pamela, it's nice to see her make an actual good choice instead of some rock star who, you know, cares more about their hair than they do about her. So we'll see what happens.
Honestly,
Greg,
I didn't recognize her with her really short hair. I'm used to seeing with that giant, you know, teased out mane of hair from back in the day. It's like,
oh
oh,
yeah,
really? That's who that is?
yeah. She looks all right without her makeup and everything. I just wish, but it's probably hard because she is a true blonde, but you can't see her. I just wish she'd do something with the eyebrows because I just, yeah, but she's still a very attractive attractive woman. But it's nice to see someone happy for a change
Yeah.
instead of, you know, he beat me up, he gave me a disease. Oh, but there you go. Gutfeld, Tanya is Greg Gutfeld. Let me see if I can find a picture for you. I'm sure I can. Greg Gutfeld, there he is. Gutfeld show. Geez, that's an old picture of Gregory. Yeah. Oh, that'll be a YouTube. Hang on a second. Go away. I'm just trying to find an image and I'll show her. I watch him on the YouTube, but he's from Fox. There we go. That'll do. Remove and share. All this to show you who he is. Stop screen. Share screen. Greg. Share. There we go. That's Greg Gutfeld. So in America, they've got Gutfeld's on Fox, but on NBC, is it the NBC that's got all three, or CBS has got one? Who's got NBC? Must have Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show, because
Yes.
haven't they got Saturday Night Live? And then CNN or CBS has got.
CBS has Colbert for a while, a short period of time. the more he
Too
has,
long,
the more
if you
he
ask me.
may be leaving sooner than he thinks. But then ABC has what's his name from the Man Show on it.
Yep.
For
All right.
TV.
So yeah, I think, but so Gutfeld's on Fox, and Gutfeld's got, I think it goes for half an hour. It's not a very long show, maybe half hour, but with that American ads, it probably runs for an hour. I get it on the YouTube, so the ads are already cut out. I do sometimes get a live feed of it with all the ads, Enzo. Oh my God, how many pharmaceuticals can one person want to, like?
All the pharmaceutical ads.
Oh,
Yeah.
pharmaceutical ads. But yeah, you won't have heard from him, Tanya, because you don't get Fox News or Fox whatever. But it's a talk show. So Greg sits there and he has 4 other people with him, usually someone who's a regular on the show, and then he'll have 3 other guests. So last week he had, who did he have? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan. And there's he just has other guests, and they all give their opinion on a topic that's happening in the news of that week. And he's funny, and he says silly things.
You may also remember Greg Gutfeld as the host of Fox's Red Eye. That was very popular back in the day. That TV show, which was on, it was on in the middle of the night. Here, it'd be like well after midnight for me to watch it, but it would run for like 2 hours. But it was the same thing where you get like comedians on there and they talk about news topics and stuff like that, and just irreverent guests you wouldn't, rock and roll stars and stuff like that on there that you wouldn't normally expect to have any kind of political opinions. And they would just kind of BS their way through headlines and stuff like that. It was always very, very funny.
Hi, Ash. I haven't watched it yet, Taylor, because when I got it, it was bedtime for me. And I got up this morning and had to do some housework. I want to watch it tonight. Taylor sent me a video, Vincent Price doing an episode of a show he used to do, and it's all about Virginia City. So, yeah, pretty good. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you indeed. Thank you for the support. I vote holiday to America. Yeah, I'm coming back. I have, yeah. So yeah. Oh, I saw some fella got kicked out of where was he? St. Louis, whatever you want to call. He went to a game of some description, uh, and he got kicked out because he had a MAGA hat on. Did you see that?
Oh,
Yeah. He came in. That's all he had on. And he come in and he's sitting there ready to watch the game. And a policeman and security come up and said, "I'm sorry, sir, you've got to leave. You can't be in here in that hat." And he's gone, "What?" And they said, you can't be here in the hat. And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Oh, we don't want anything political here." And then he pointed to the guy, goes, "Well, you've got those flags hanging up. That's a bit political." And it was the what do you call it? The LBGT flags. And the guy goes, "No, that's not political." And the guy goes, "You have to leave." And I say, "But that's not fair." He says, "It's just a hat. Make America great again." Like, what? "Oh, no, it's political. You've got to get out." Anyway, he finally got out, and the policeman said to him, "I'm a Trump supporter too, but it's the rules. It's the people running the game." And he goes, "Take the hat off, put it in your pocket, and go back in." But then another security guard turns around and goes, "No, it's gone further than that now. No, you can just get out." And I thought, whoa. So obviously the guy who said take your hat off, put it in your pocket, was truthfully a Trumpy person. And the one that said, "No, gone too far, you can get out," he wasn't rude or anything like that. He went with them when they said move. He walked with them, but he had his phone on and he was just asking the question. So he got kicked out of the game. I'm like, whoa.
I hadn't heard about that one. I did hear about
Yeah.
the happenings for the last couple of WNBA games. I guess someone in the crowd has been throwing bright green dildos out onto the floor.
I saw that.
It's happened
I,
twice
I,
now.
I'm not quite sure why.
I don't know either.
I still actually don't get all that. Look, much like Australia, women's sports to watch on TV and stuff just don't do well.
Right.
I don't like watching them, and I'm a woman. Now, having said that, if there was somebody who's exceptionally good and it was this, like I would watch women's sports, but
Sure.
it's boring. It's just they're
Right.
not that good. I mean, I couldn't beat them. I don't mean I could beat them. I just mean it's just boring. Like that, so and then they always whinge about we don't get paid as much as men. Well, no, you don't, because you don't bring in as much money as the men. And then someone actually worked it out. They said, actually, if you work it out pro rata, et cetera, women actually end up making more out of the kitty than what the men make out of their kitty. So on a technical, mathematical basis, the women actually do get paid more than the men. But yeah, I don't know. I like watching. Yeah, I don't know. The Australian is that the women's football league? Yeah, it's just nobody cares. I'm sorry, I am a woman, and as I say, I don't know if they all looked like Amazons, all 6 foot tall Amazons, and I don't mean on a beauty thing. I just mean if they were all. Oh, look, I don't know what would make you want to watch it. I don't know what would make you want to watch women's sport, and I'm a woman. All right.
I mean, if it was, competitive, I mean, like a men's sport where you can see their, sinking 3-pointers for half court and running up and down the play. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go on that could make it more interesting, but there's an endless supply on YouTube of WNBA, just missed shots, just over and over and
I
over.
know what I know. I'm going to get shot here by any feminists. So, but I'm just making a joke. But I am also making a relevant point. A woman's sport, a particular woman's sport that would make money and bring in the big bucks, either mud wrestling
Oh,
or jelly wrestling, in Jello.
I have stopped and watched Olympics beach volleyball, women's beach volleyball before the Olympics.
Actually, volleyball will be all right. So I'm just saying that is a sport where women are wrestling in bikinis. And I'm a woman and I'm not a lesbian. I'm straight as a die. I'm just saying, you want to play a women's sport that'll make you money and people will watch. Yeah, it's a gender neutral thing. Men and women would watch. I'm telling you. Yeah, women, actually, yes. Women's tennis. Now, women's tennis, I can watch. That is a sport that I can watch. That is, like I can. And the thing I like about women's tennis is often you will see the mixed matches. Is that what you call it? Mixed doubles or something? Tanya, wet t-shirt competition's a sport. No. But if it was wrestling in wet t-shirts, wrestling in a wet t-shirt,
This may require more research. I'll have to get back to that.
I know. Jumping on a trampoline in a wet t-shirt. There you go. The trampoline is the sport bit. I don't know. People will have to ask Jimmy Kimmel. After all, he's the one that's got the experience in these sorts of
knowledge on
it. Polled. Actually, hey, we're coming up with some good money-making ideas. Have you seen some people that do the pole dancing, Enzo?
There's very athletic to do that.
Yeah, but it has to be, Oh yeah, Taylor. The Sutro Tunnel, 300 feet in now. I saw the latest pictures. It's looking good. What's OHS? Oh, occupational health. What? Oh, there you go, Tanya. See, this is what I call just normal humour, having a laugh.
Sure.
Having a laugh. Except I think I'm onto something. I really do think I'm onto something. I haven't got the money to back it, and I wouldn't know where to find women who would mud wrestle on national television.
So would it be like World Wrestling Federation stuff, WWE kind of come out there and trash talk the camera and make their threats and the big
just
grand
like it used to be, because the women wrestlers are fun to watch. The ones that would come out with, like, was it Randy Savage? I think it was him, his wife. One of them had a wife that used to come out and badmouth everybody. I can't remember who it was. But just the world has to have a bit of fun. And at the end of the day, really, women are supposed to be in the home, having babies and cooking.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. I'm joking, people. I'm joking. And the year now is
for a time slip back to 1952 suddenly.
Yeah, I think it's 55 now. I'm just saying, women complain. I know women want to play sports and be appreciated for being good at basketball or good at football, but I think I don't know. It's just nothing that I like to watch. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I like to watch women playing tennis, swimming. If it's the Olympic type swimming, that's always interesting. I don't know, but so far, I wonder if it's got anything to do with the fact that I am a little sexist in that I think the girls shouldn't be playing football or cricket. I think it's sexist.
If they're good at it, then sure, but
But if they're good at it, they can play with the boys.
Right. Yeah, and you can even have a mixed league. So yeah.
Mixed teams I'd watch, but then if it's the what's that? Instead, not kids. You throw the ball like a girl, or whatever it is. Is it Sandlot Kids, that movie where the little boy yells at the other little boy because he can't throw a baseball? And it's like, Enzo's frozen. You watch, everybody. I've made too many jokes and Enzo's going to lose us. Maybe he'll come back. Got plenty of time. Enzo's been having trouble with his computer. The CPU fan's not working properly. And so the last 2 times we've been on, his computer shuts down and he's got to start it up again. So I'd say that's what's happening now, because look, he's like a little statue. He's not moved. Let's see. What's that? There was a female mud wrestling in the WWF last night, and I was watching on Netflix old school wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I still like to watch fun things. What the hell? What the hell? Well, since Enzo, we've got to wait for him to come back. I'll add my little wheel again. Enzo will be back. He'll start his file, his computer back up. I mean, all right, you ready for some post-traumatic stress disorder there, Tanya? Your anxiety is going to kick in. Let's see. Oh, we've already talked about earthquakes, spinning wheel, so we'll try another subject. I bet it likes earthquakes in Virginia City. Animals, one of my favourite subjects. I've already told everybody. I haven't told you, Dee. I've got a pet snake. I brought a pet snake yesterday. It's a baby coastal carpet python. So there you go. Yep, there you go, Tanya. See, no need to panic. Whoa! Can we get another what did you used to call it? Super something. Oh, the third person to give me $100 will get a box of equipment. No worries, Cheryl. These sorts of things happen, but it's okay. It's all right. I haven't been doing much either because I've been working now full time, catching a head cold, and then when I get home of a night time, whereas before I had plenty of time to work on content, now when I get home of a night time, I cook dinner when I walk in, I sit down, I eat, and I'm asleep by 7 o'clock. I'm knackered. I'm hoping my body gets used to it. It's just that when I'm at work, I'm on the go for the full 8 hours. I'm just on the go. So, you know, there you go. Yeah, I've got a license, Dee. I've got a license. So now I've got 2 reptiles. I've got my bearded dragon called Nippy, and I've got my coastal carpet python, whom I have not named as yet. Although Tanya came up with a good one. What did you call it, Tanya? It's so good that I've forgotten what you said now. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I've only had it for a day, and I have a tendency to call everything sweetie or baby or darling, even if I name it. So it has to be a name like that, like Sweetie or Poppet or, I don't know, Slinky. I do like that. Slinky the snake. Said with a blocked nose, which probably sounds really stupid. But yep. And I must still thank Taylor, who every now and then sends me through wonderful videos on animals, usually bears. I do like bear videos. But yeah, it's funny, Cheryl, I don't feel sick. I'm not sick. I don't think, oh, I'm so sick, I've got a hiccup. I'm very well. It's just all blocked up, and I'm like, it's very annoying, and I don't like it. But as I say, I now work with, they're not slimy though, Cheryl. A snake's not slimy. She's so soft, but you can, when you hold her and she moves through your hands, you can feel the muscles. Like it's just a muscle. She's very cute. I think it's a she. I'll have to figure out how to tell. There is a way. I'm just not sure. I'll just Google it later. How do you tell if your snake's a boy or a girl? I know how to do it with my lizard, but I don't know how you do it with a snake. And I don't know. I'd probably prefer if it was a boy, because I'm wondering if girl snakes get like some animals, the female versions can get grumpy because of their hormones. So, Slinky Malinky. Like, what's the name of that book? Harry McClary from Donald. Here comes Harry McClary from Donaldson's Dairy. Snakes have balls as well. Do they? Oh, well, then this must be, I don't know. But they're inside. They're inside. Actually, why don't I look and see? Let's have a look. I'll ask the AI world. How do I sex my coastal carpet python? Oh, there's a YouTube video on it, so there you go. I'll work it out. Popping, it's called. That's about how big my python is. All right, I'll watch a video later. But otherwise, let's see what it says. To determine the sex of a coastal carpet python, several methods can be employed with varying degrees of reliability and expertise are required. Probing is the most probing. It sounds terrible. Probing is the most accurate method, while visual sexing and observing tail shape and length can offer clues, especially for experienced. Well, I'm not an experienced one. Probing. This method involves using a lubricated probe. I will not be probing my little snake. Visual, so I'm not even going to read that. Visual sexing. While not always reliable, visual sexing can offer some hints. Males often have a longer, thicker tail, and spurs may be more prominent, particularly in some boa and python species. I don't know. It's going to take a little bit of, I'm afraid it's going to take some research. It does, doesn't it? Probing. How big is it? That's what she said. It's about 500 centimeters, so half a meter at the moment, but it's only like as thin as my finger, like it's a baby. It's a juvenile. Male snakes have two penises inside, located near the cloaca. They don't have balls like mammals. Well, I'm not going to probe my poor little snake to find out. But I'm assuming someone, if I can't work out how to do it myself, I'm assuming a veterinarian or something could probe the snake for me. Yes, Ben, how do you know? There you go. Let's see, what's another subject? Oh, Enzo's back. Sorry, Enzo. I knew you'd take a little while to restart your computer. Look at that.
I need to do some work on this thing tomorrow. Oh, dumb people. Me, because I'm just getting back.
You'll be right. Dumb people. Oh, dumb people. There are a lot of dumb people. Speaking of which, did you see there's a new book coming out, 107 Days. I think that's what it is. You know, I'll give you a clue. Let me think if I can get it right. I know. You're with me, aren't you? That's what I meant. Speaking of dumb people, I was watching her on a clip with my other least favourite person. Actually, I used to really like him, Stephen Colbert. He's honestly, when he just sticks to comedy, when he just sticks to satire, he's a fun guy. I like him, okay? But of late, he's just, every time you see him, it's like, but he had her on. Yeah, and he had her on, and I thought, oh, look, I'll watch. I'm like, oh my God. I could only stand watching her for I couldn't watch the whole interview. She's such a dickhead. But anyway, so that's my dumb person story.
For me, for dumb people, it's been the people that complete ridiculous over-the-top reaction to the Sydney Sweeney commercial.
Oh, that's been driving me crazy. I was going to speak about that. Isn't that ridiculous?
It's stupid.
So if you watch that ad, you're racist, sexist. I'm like, what? It's a girl in a pair of jeans, double denim. I always thought double denim was very much a 70s thing, and now not so much. Double denim is the only sin I saw in that ad.
Yes.
And she really doesn't have a good bottom. She's too skinny, so she's got a flat bum. But that's it. She's a model. They're super skinny. But yeah, I just thought, but I did see a few people speaking about it. And again, all very, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's racist to have her doing it. And I'm thinking, you guys, I come from an era with every single ad. There were girls selling milk, big M girls. Marky Mark used to sell underwear.
Yep.
Justin Bieber gets almost naked, sells underwear. Tyra Banks. I'm just trying to think. Like, I don't understand. Is it because it is harking back on how they used to do ads before this stupid last 4 years?
That's basically, yes. That's what it is. We've dared to go back to a sexy woman that will actually sell jeans or any product, which really works, because everywhere you can't get those jeans anywhere in the States. They're sold out everywhere.
Yeah, that's what they said. It's worked. The ads worked. But that's the thing. I mean, it used to be, I just don't get it. So I think the past 4 years or a little bit more have turned not everybody, but a lot of people into, I don't know, dickheads. Like, hello. It's just someone in a pair of jeans. It's a girl with blonde hair. It could have been, I can't think of anyone at the moment. It could have been anybody. They could have got a guy to do it. So are they going to if it was a guy?
They did. There's a guy that's doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial that.
Oh, he's nice.
Yeah.
I'll go if he's going to be there. I'll go and do I'll dunk a donut with him any day. But he's far too young for me. But yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm not familiar with the movie that he was in, I guess, but a lot of people liked it. But
was he in a movie? Is he an actor? Is he an actor? I just saw Eye Candy.
The Summer I Got Pretty, or something like that is the name of the movie.
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I must find a picture of him. Dunkin' Donut guy. Dunkin' Donut. Are you ready, Tanya? And guy. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Dunkin' Donuts. Hang on. I'm just going to pause it. I'll actually share this one, Tanya. Watch out. Except I'll mute it so I don't get a copyright. I don't know how I can get a copyright for playing an ad, but I'll guarantee I will. Let's see. Stop screen.
Turn on the closed captions. You can see what he's talking about.
Oh, that's a good idea. You're not just a pretty face, are you? Let's see.
I have good jeans.
All right. Here's some eye candy for you, Tanya. I'll put it up to full screen. All right. There he is. There he is. He's talking about buying donuts.
Well,
I don't really care what he's talking about. He could be talking about buying a drink. He could be talking about that sunlight.
I wouldn't play more than like 10 seconds at a shot, by the way.
At this point, I don't care. Oh. Oh. Yes, it's so terrible. There you go. I know, Tanya. Whereas, so you've got him absolutely sex selling, and then you've got the young lass in her jeans, and it's like, oh my God, it's so sexist and racist. But racist is the one that gets me. And then they're saying like Nazism because she's got blue eyes and blonde hair.
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes, and she's talking about jeans. And how she has good genes. It's
freaking idiots.
Well, most of the videos I've seen of women on there bitching about that are all ugly. They're all ugly girls that are jealous of the pretty girl that's making money doing the jeans ad. Is how I
Tanya needs a Dunkin' Donut right now. Well, Ben, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but let me see if I can find it for you. Most of the Aussies watching this will remember. Just a second. Special treat. I actually was mates with one of the Big M girls. I'll see if I can find the ad with her in it. I know she was in an ad, but we're going back along. Oh, is that Big M commercial? There it is. All right. Is that the one? Oh, no, that's not. Oh, yeah, this could be it. All right, hang on. I'll just share this one. I reckon bring back more of this sort of advertising. You know, Al McPherson used to advertise Tab. I think it was Tab.
Yeah, actually, somebody mentioned that in the chat earlier.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah. Let me see. Share screen, Big M, share. And I'll leave the sound on for this one. Oh, maybe I won't. But this is ad for milk. If it's the one, yeah, there it is, okay. Big M. But there should be, unless this is the one, but there they are. There's the Big M girls coming to the rescue.
Strawberry milk. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. What pretty lady sucking on a straw, always going to be a winner.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, what have we got there?
What? Whoa.
Oh, I don't know. That Kansas Owen. Bloody hell. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'll try and get rid of that. I'll just stop sharing. Remove. Yeah. I used to. I still like Candace Owens, but I don't know if she's on drugs or.
She's crazy.
I haven't been able to watch her content late. She did a really good one on who was it? Shit. Like a deep dive. She did a deep dive into Kamala last year, Paris, where she found out all the information and like the pictures in Kamala's other book weren't actually her relatives and all that sort of thing. It was just all bullshit. Right. And I thought, wow. And she had all the proof. Then she did another deep dive into Harvey Weinstein. And when you read it all, she's right. He's a creep, but he's in jail for probably, I don't know, it sounds a bit odd. But she started to go ranting on about friggin' all sorts of things at the minute. And now she's being sued by the French Prime Minister and his wife. His wife. G'day. Look, I think his wife is probably a woman. But Candace says no, it's a man. And really, honestly, I guess if Macron's wife wanted to, she shouldn't have to, but to put it to bed and get rid of it, get someone to come in and just friggin' get rid of it. Like, listen, we've done the blood test. She's a woman, okay? Like, but Candace keeps going on and on and on, and she's got some good points, but I'm just like, oh, shut up already. And now she's being sued by the Macrons, and I'm like, well, you know, and apparently, which she was apparently given lots of photographs, etc., to show her pregnant, and all those sorts of things. Again, I just think everybody's missing the main point. And the main point to me is not if she's a woman or if she's a man, but the fact that she's definitely a paedophile. There's no 35-year-old school teacher that starts taking up with a 14-year-old boy. And in my world, you can call that correct. Allegedly. That's allegedly what happened. But if that's truthful, that she was 34 or 5 when she started having something to do with him at the age of 14, well, in this country, there's a name for what she's doing. So I think people are missing the point. But yeah, that feeds more into dumb people, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment, but there you go. Let's spin the wheel again and let's see if we get Virginia City or earthquakes. Let's have a look. Oh, we've already done conspiracy. We've already done conspiracy, which we've just covered again. Paranormal. I don't know if there's been anything in the news at all in regard to paranormal at the moment. Is there? Has
there? There was actually I noticed from like 2 days ago, you guys had a countrywide UFO sighting that I think was, yeah, they're in Australia, and I think it looks to me like some type of rocket launch, but it's probably from China, and they don't announce when they shoot stuff up into space.
That's what they said it was, yeah.
Yeah.
But it looked, it was just near here, Sunshine Coast, I think, and I saw the pictures. Let me see if I can find a picture for everybody. UFO, Queensland, Chinese. Images. There it is. That's probably... I'm just looking for a good one. Oh, there, that's a pretty good one. No, it's not. I'm looking for a really good picture.
I saw several videos that were actually very good.
Yeah. Well, there was a Australian newscaster. I think it's this one. Is that on? Oh, for God's sakes. All right, I'm going to go to YouTube. Give me a second, people. By now, everyone's probably already Googled it themselves. UFO, because that's where I watched it on the YouTube.
Ben says he saw this on Facebook, and that people were saying they could hear whatever it was, and it was loud. That's surprising.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, me neither.
No, the lady that is from Queensland here. Hang on, let me see. Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, there we are. This is the interview I saw, and I'll show it to you. I'll probably who cares? I don't care anymore. I never make any money from my live streams anyway, so who cares? I don't mean money, I just mean like they say, oh, we can't monetize your video. And I think, well, even if you did, I'd make probably 2 cents. Let's see. I think the sound, let me just double check I've shared the sound. Hang on. Just let me know if you can hear it, Enzo.
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay.
Joining us now is Nova Brisbane radio host Nikki Osborne, who saw this strange phenomenon in the sky last night. Nikki, thank you so much for joining us. You're on the Sunshine Coast, and that's where you were standing last night. We saw a bit of the video you took. Your reactions were very funny, but also very genuine. It was quite clear that you were shocked.
Well, yes, I was just out for a regular walk, and I saw it appear in the sky. Now, I had a whiskey before the walk, but then I'm like, this doesn't look normal. How strong is that whiskey? And then I'm asking my son, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And he started to panic. I'm like, no, don't panic. It's probably just aliens. But it turns out it was China. But it was not something that I expected to see on a walk. And it was weird because when it appeared, like you watch the movies like War of the Worlds and you see how people react and you're like, just run, and they all stand there and they get beamed. I would be beamed. I was just collecting bugs in my mouth. I was a sitting duck.
At one stage you panned to a plane and then the moon, which are things we do expect to see in the night sky, but you obviously had never seen anything like that.
No, I hadn't seen it. So I was having one of those moments because you see videos online and I'm like, hang on, this looks dodgy if I'm just looking at that. I'm going to put everything in context. I'm going to get the moon in the shot. I'm going to get a plane in the shot. I'm going to get a building in the shot. So then they know that what I'm seeing is real, because I genuinely had a moment where I thought I was going up.
Phones don't always capture things accurately, especially at nighttime. Is what you captured in your video pretty close to what you saw? Or was it bigger? Was it brighter? Was it the same thing?
Look, I probably should have had a Samsung. Well, that's what people keep saying on Facebook, because it wasn't as clear at all compared to what I was looking at. It was clear as day. There were two bright lights coming out the side with another light coming out of that, and then it broke free. And I just could not make heads or tails of it. And I'm like, the rational part of me is going, this will be some sort of Elon Musk thing. Katy Perry could be up there. I don't know. But then I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. So... yes, I was hoping it was aliens. It wasn't, but it was good fun and it blew up the internet.
You mentioned that theory that it's related to the Chinese rocket launch. At this stage, we don't really know, though, do we?
Do we not know? I thought it was China or India. I suspect it's China. We've got ships in our water. They're coming through our airspace. We've got balloons and everything. I just wish they'd give us a heads up. If they just go, hey, heads up, Australia, we're going to like infiltrate you again in some way that'll freak you out for a moment.
We've just heard from one expert. She believes
That's it.
But as far as videos go, something in the sky.
That wasn't too bad.
She did a really good job of capturing it, because that's how you're
she
supposed
did
to do it.
Yeah.
You do a wide angle shot so you have things in perspective, where the ground is, where the telephone poles are, all that. And then she showed what the moon looked like. She showed a plane. She went back to that. That was actually very, very good.
That's smart to compare it, yeah. I would have done something like that myself.
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I didn't see anything. So there you go. There you go. So what does everyone think of my little spinning wheel of subjects to talk about? I don't know. Yeah, I've got a Samsung phone. I can't use Apple. Does my head in. I know everybody loves Apple, but I've never liked Apple.
Yeah,
I don't mind their laptops, but then you've got to get used to using Safari. That's the only thing. And they've got a different file system. So I used to have trouble. They probably got rid of that trouble now, but I used to have trouble trying to transfer files and stuff format-wise. So, yeah, I don't know. But there you go. Yeah, I'm not a fan besides. But, yeah, there you go. What's that? I don't like your spinning wheel. I'm going to need more counselling.
Are you going to add other topics to it?
Yeah, I'll pick some more topics. I don't know. Yeah. I just thought,
the chat. Put in a chat pick kind of thing, whatever the chat.
Yeah, I'll just put it in and say pick a topic. Like, give me some other topics. Yeah.
Chat's choice.
Opera is a good trusted web browser if you didn't want to. Oh, I like Firefox. Oh, well, Firefox, Chrome, beg your pardon. Firefox.
I like Chrome, and I like how it's interconnected to where it's the same, all my favorites are all there, all this stuff. But it is a resource hog. It eats up a lot of your juice in your machine, no matter if it's a phone or a computer.
It does, but I do like it. I don't like Windows, whatever it's called, Windows Explorer. Or is that what it's called? No, Windows.
No, they call it something else now.
Well, whatever it is, I don't like that. And what was another one? There used to be another one, but I can't think of what it's called. And then there's Bing, which I get on my phone, pops up all the time. I'm like, fuck off, Bing. I don't want to use Bing. It's useless. But, yeah, I don't know.
Fuck off, Bing. I love that.
Yeah, just go away. Let me see. I'll ask my new best friend, Grok. Hang on, where are you? Where are you, Grok? I've lost Grok.
Escape Explorer. That was on that Commodore 64, I think we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Grok. My new best friend, Grok. Hello, Grok. And now Grok says, hey, what's up? What do you think the best PC or browser is to use? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Google Chrome. Well, I do use Chrome. Firefox down to Microsoft Edge, and then it says Opera, Brave, and Vivaldi. Ooh, Arc. Ooh, never heard of any of those. I should have a look. But there you go. So I use Google Chrome, but Firefox, I can't remember. Something happened with Firefox a couple of years ago, didn't it? And I can't remember what it was like, or if it even happened. But there was going to be something happen where it wasn't going to be able to be used with Microsoft platform or something. I know. Done the
yeah, there was some kind of drama. I don't remember what it was either.
Yeah, I can't remember. They probably fixed it now, but I did like Firefox. But there you go. See, Grok tells me everything. But there you go. I still want Grok to talk to me. I'm deciding what voice I want Grok to have when he can finally. It'll have to be a
male voice or female voice.
It has to be a boy's voice. Maybe they can make it sound like Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I saw there's a new movie with Keanu in it. I will watch it because it's Keanu. It could be funny. It could be good. But he plays an angel with wings. And his main job as an angel, his actual job that he's sent down to Earth to do is to, when people are using their phones while they're driving, it's his job to stop them before they have an accident. That's his job.
It's very specific.
A very specific job, except something happens and he gets waylaid. And there's an Indian actor in it. I can't think of his name now. Comic comedian. To say Indian's wrong because I think he's actually American, born in America, not India. But is that what it's called, Michael? Hang on. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Let's see. I'll turn. Where are we? Keanu Reeves. Probably. Keanu.
Good night, Laura.
Movie. Is Laura going?
Yep.
I'm going in 15 minutes. Oh, it's called Good Fortune is the name of the movie. He plays an angel Gabriel while garbed in a combination of both the comic and film rendition of Constantine's iconic outfit.
He's wearing the Constantine outfit?
But he plays Gabriel. Yeah.
He's going to look like Castiel from Supernatural.
He is, and he does. I'm looking at it. He does. He's got a coat. Hang on. It looks like, that's his wings. But he doesn't look well. What's the matter, Keanu? I wish he'd shave off. Maybe it's the beard and the haircut. I used to like Keanu with his nice buzz cut and everything. That's a picture of him filming. Hang on, let me see if I can get it up higher. Oh, go away. Share screen. Something. There you go. Just like Castiel in Supernatural. See his little wings? Look at his little wings.
No way. No way.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the trailer. That's cute.
I wonder if that's his wings actually look like in the thing.
Geez, how old are you, man? That's an old movie. The one with John Travolta where he plays Michael.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what his wings will actually look like in the movie, or if that's just like a placeholder for a green screen kind of CGI, like giant.
I don't know. No, I think his wings are bigger in the movie. I'd say that, I don't know. You'll have to watch it to find out.
Guess I'll have to wait. But it's a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a serious thing. Dear. But yeah, I'll watch that because I support everything Keanu's in. I did like I've watched the first 2 John Wick movies. I haven't watched the rest, but I think he gets killed. Yeah, but you're still not old enough to remember that movie with Michael in it. God, when was that made? You must have only been a little kid when you watched that.
It was the last
That
time
wasn't a bad movie.
Travolta did anything.
Hey, what was that?
When was the last time John Travolta did anything?
Yeah, a while back. Look, that movie with Nicky Cage, Face Off.
Peace. Oh.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
A ridiculous movie.
Nah, it was a good movie. It was ridiculous.
It's peak Nick Cage. I'll give you that.
But with Nicky Cage, there's a movie out with Nicky Cage in it at the moment with Julian McMahon in it. Julian McMahon's an Australian. His dad was the Prime Minister of Australia, but he was an actor. He was in that show Nip Tuck, where he played a plastic surgeon. Good-looking dude. He was in the Fantastic Four, the original Fantastic Four movie. He was the Silver Surfer, I think, in that.
Back when he was a man.
Huh?
Back when the Silver Surfer was a man.
Oh, they haven't, have they?
Yeah, it's been out for this is I think the third or fourth week for the new Fantastic Four movie where the Silver Surfer is a female.
For fuck's sake. Do they have to?
Yes.
Far out.
Yes,
No wonder people are getting jack of all this bullshit. Fair income. Silver Surfer's anyway, doesn't matter. Didn't they do that with Captain America too?
Probably. I gave up on Marvel movies a long time ago.
Oh no, it wasn't Captain America. It was Captain Marvel, I think, or something. That they changed it. Just leave things alone, you friggin' woke wankers. Do you like my woke wankers? What's that? I can't with. I watch. He's too weird, or maybe the movies he's in are weird. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I like Nicky Cage. He's actually got a pretty
overall.
good
I have to agree. He does do his. He's super weird in all of his roles, and that's part of the whole Nick Cage thing.
But you know a movie I like? I can't think what it's called at the moment, but you'll probably know what it is. He plays. It's kind of like what's the movie with Jimmy Stewart, the Christmas movie that plays every year, where he sort of like things would have been different if I was never born. Anyway, that Christmas. Yeah, the Christmas movie with Jimmy Stewart, where the world would be better if I was never born.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life, yeah. Well, Nicky Cage was in a movie with a similar storyline, where he's married to she was married to David Duchovny, blonde. She was in the Bad Boys movies. I've gone blank. Anyway, he's married to her. They've got kids or whatever, and he sort of says, I wish I was never blah blah blah. So all of a sudden he's really rich. He goes into work and things are different, but he owns a company. He's really rich, and at the end of the day, the end of it is that he realizes he was happy with his wife. He was happy with his other life, and very much that way. That was a really good movie. Ghost Rider. I enjoyed Ghost Rider.
No,
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Is him and Sean Connery in The Rock. That's
The Rock. Oh, that is it. Do you know what? I fancy watching that today. I might watch that. I'm sure it's somewhere to be watched.
Great movie. That's a lot of people argue that that's actually like a James Bond movie. It's like it's old James Bond.
Yeah. Big Ben is talking about a particular movie there, which I did find 8mm. It was called 8mm because that's the size of the film that they used to use back in the day. Excuse me, wiping my nose. That was a very disturbing movie. Did you ever watch that, Enzo?
No.
It was about snuff films. So I think he was a cop, wasn't he, Ben? From memory, he was an undercover cop. And yeah, he going undercover, but it was all about snuff films, and it was so disturbing. I watched it, but deeply disturbed. Taya Leone, that's it. Taya Leone was in the movie with Nicky Cage. Yeah, but yeah, what's this one? Watched a movie lately. Nicolas Cage hijacked a car and driver. The bloke's wife having a baby. Weird movie. Oh, something Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Was it? Oh, hang on. No, I don't think it was Leaving, but it took place
you're right.
Arizona. Arizona, is that what the movie's called? The baby's name's Arizona?
Raising Arizona is the movie.
That's it. Oh, look at that. Movies with Enzo and Karen. Yeah, Raising Arizona. Yeah, that was a weird movie.
That was very funny, though. John Goodman and was it Holly Hunter, I think, in there?
Yeah, Holly Hunter. Another weird movie that wasn't Nicky Cage, but was the one on the two serial killers. From the guy. Oh God, I've just got a blank on his name. From Cheers, blonde. The blonde barman in Cheers. I can see his face. Why can't I think of his name? You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name either.
Someone.
I've never heard of this movie that you're talking about where he's...
Yeah, he plays a serial killer. I hate this. I hate it when I go brain dead. Serial killer.
What was the one that a movie that he just did like last year or the year before where it was something super weird, like he was in other people's dreams? It was something super strange. It was like too weird for me to try and figure out from the commercial from it.
What was that movie? Who was in that?
Tanya's got it. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. It was called, where am I? I mean, he's Natural Born Killers.
Oh, that.
Whoa. And that was based on, I know what that was based on. It was based on a true story, but there was a young girl back in the 50s. She took up with a young man who came to the house. Can't remember why he came to her house. There's actually a YouTube video on it somewhere. And the young man was a good-looking man, but he ran off. He ran off with her, and they killed people. A couple of people in a what did you used to call them back in the day? A soda shop, drugstore, So that's what this movie's. But that was weird with Woody Harrelson. But there you go. Yeah, there's a lot of strange movies, but I do like Nicky Cage. And I've seen him in interviews, and if the right person interviews him, he's actually quite funny.
I still can't believe that they actually filmed stuff of him as Superman.
They did. And he really wanted to be Superman.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the footage. Have you seen any footage?
There's some of it at the end of the really bad Flash movie that came out a couple of years ago, where there's a segment at the end of the movie where he's like running through time or whatever it is to get back to his world. And there's all these weird alternate DC things. And that was one of them.
That was CGI. I know the one you're talking about. That wasn't old footage. That was CGI because they got Nicky to come in. They got all the actors to come in to do their faces on the CGI thing.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to watch it, but I know the movie you're talking about. Because a few actors were really pissed off. It's also the one where they use Christopher Reeve as well. Yeah. So Nicky Cage, they all had to go in and do that, dots on your face shit. So it was all CGI. But he did, it's my understanding that they did film for that in costume, but that's not what got used. So even the actors were like, oh, fuck. Like, I was in the outfit, dude, and you've used CGI. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever happened to that dude that played the Flash? I mean, at one point he was a cult leader or something, and you've never heard anything from him again. Oh, I don't know. Hollywood and Washington. Let's cover every bad person up. Let's not take anyone to jail. And did you hear? Scum, they got offers, where the land that all the burn all down, everyone hasn't got their thing to rebuild, right? It's been 6 months or something. No one has got one house has got the license to be built. Everyone else is waiting, right? But some of the land, which is an older neighbourhood of Hollywood, I can't remember where, has been an offer has been put in that Newsom was considering, until uproar, of a developer buying all of the land to build affordable housing.
Of course.
Oh, nothing dodgy about that, is there? Bloody hell. I'm just over it.
He's excited to talk about this Sympathy for the Devil movie. Yes, the kid.
Who is Deep? Sympathy for the Devil. 23. Sympathy for the Devil. Let's have a look. See how Enzo gets me off new scum? Sympathy.
I don't want to talk about it. This guy's an idiot.
Oh, he's scum. He's sleazy. He could play the devil. Sympathy. Oh, that's a song by the Rolling Stones. Hang on, let's try and find the movie. Song. Film. Oh, it's a film, which is different to a movie. I don't think I've seen that one. Let's see. I usually always try to watch anything Nicky Cage does. The plot. David Chamberlain, an expectant father, drives to the hospital where his wife is in labour. On the way there, a stranger gets into the back of his car, simply known as the passenger, and tells him to pick a card while holding a gun to his head. David randomly chooses the ace of spades, which the passenger reveals was in his pocket. He then tells David to drive, and fearing for his life, he does so. So I'm assuming Nicky Page plays the devil, maybe? Who's he play? Yes, Nicky Cage plays the passenger, and Joel Kinnaman plays the driver. Oh, I might check that one out too. But I have got a hankering for watching The Rock. Yeah, 1923. 2023 film. The film had its world premiere at the Fantasia International Film Festival on July 22nd, 2023, before its release on July 28th. So it's how many years old? 2 years old now. 2 years old. But there you go. Yeah, I saw that, eh?
The one I was thinking of was Nicolas Cage in a movie called Dream Scenario 2023. Paul Matthews, a seemingly ordinary college professor who inexplicably becomes the subject of everyone's dreams. The movie explores the surreal and often chaotic consequences of suddenly becoming a viral sensation as Paul's dream appearances shift from benign to nightmarish.
Ooh, kind of like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but he's just like a regular guy, and people are like, dude, I had a dream and you were in it. I saw you in my dream. Like everybody, like hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world are having a dream that he's in for some reason.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Well, there you go, guys. It's been 2 hours, and I've done well to not have to. I've only muted once, haven't I, to blow my nose?
Yeah, and I only rebooted once, so that's good for me.
There you go. It's been fun. I've enjoyed talking about all this. I've been sexist. I've been political. I've been a movie. We've both been movie. What was the name of those two guys who used to do the movies all the time?
Siskel and Ebert.
That's right. I'll be Cisco. You can be Ebert.
Wait a minute. Which they both died horrifically, as I recall. Was Ebert the one that had like the mouth cancer or whatever? They had to remove his jaw. It was he was bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had one of our people here that was famous on our telly screens, John Blackman. He used to do voices and talk, speak. He was very famous here. Everybody knew who John Blackman was. Blackers. He got mouth cancer, and same thing. Ended up with no bottom jaw, but I think I'd much rather just die. just shoot me. It's just, but oh well, it is what it is. You fight. Well, it's been fun. It's been all right. It's filled in a couple of hours. I've got more housework to do, but that's okay too. I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. Thanks for joining me, Ben and Tanya and Dee and Cheryl. I hope you get better soon. Who else is here? Oh, look, Enzo's here. Oh, this nose, fair dinkum. I've got to go and just blow it. But there you go. Yeah, and thanks so much for the continued support too. You guys know who you are. And next week, I'll feed my little friend, slippery friend, a bit later. And Slinky, I don't mind Slinky, Tanya. And I'll introduce you to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. That was another good movie. What was that called?
Scarface.
Except for the scene in the bathroom with the chainsaw. Oh, that was yucky. But there you go. Oh, Jethro, hello. All right, guys, I'll see you all same bat channel, same bat time next week, and we'll have some more fun and hopefully some interesting things will be. I might go and get a Dunkin' Donut. I wish.
Dunkin' Donut. Okay.
Yeah, but there you go. Enzo will go and get a pair of jeans. I hope whatever this weekend brings you, it brings you either a Dunkin' Donut or a pair of jeans. See you.